Conyo Understand?
Like,
Duh! Diba?
you know,
OMG! Dude!
girl!
Familiar, aren't they? These are some of the words we use on a daily basis. Our daily conversations, our daily expressions. Almost all of us use them.
But how we use them? Well, that's a whole different thing. You! Yes you! Do you speak like this?
Hoy, Junjun, baba! Bad, down to earth, mahulog ka dyan man, oy.
No.
Or, like this.
You pose. J. Neither? Well, what about like this?
Ay, grabe, serang weather naman ite. Grabacious ang inarch. Haggard versus ang peg ko ngayon.
Not as well? Well, maybe you sound a little more like this.
Oh, it's so init naman here. Like, oh my gosh.
Well then, my friend, you are a Conyo.
Me? I'm like a Conyo? Oh my gosh, like how did you know na ganyan ako mag-speak? You know, like, salita, OMG, you're so galing. But wait, do you know what Conyo means?
In Spanish, the meaning of Conyo is something that shouldn't be mentioned here. But anyway, according to the Urban Dictionary, the Filipino meaning of Conyo is
As a semi-derogatory term for people who seem to be high-class and conscious about their social status and speak in Taglish or broken Tagalog mixed with English. Gets? In short, Conyo people are those rich people
or self-proclaimed rich
who speak in a pasosyal way.
But being a Conyo isn't an easy thing, you know. There are a couple of rules which you have to follow.
Do you know that there are 10 Conyo commandments? Conyo commandment number 1.
Thou shalt make gamit, make plus pandiwa.
OMG! Like, it's almost 1 na. We should, like, make this number P, you know. Let me see. Yeah, let's go now.
Conyo commandment number 2. Thou shalt make kalat, no, diba, and in your pangungusap.
Wait! Bakit? Asa ka bumalik ka kasi nabahanga ako, see? You're so arty naman. Hindi ko it's so easy. Diba? Make a hobbies. Ew.
Conyo Amendment number 3.
When making, describe, or whatever, always say, it's so pang-uri! Oh my god, it's so masikip naman here.
Conyo commandment number 4.
When you're a lalaki, make parang punctuation, dude, chong, or pare.
Dude, grabe. They made injection my tonsils. Like, what the hell, dude?
Conyo commandment number 5. Thou shall know, you know, I know, right?
Girl, the test ending was so here, like, you know?
I know, right?
School na nga.
Conyo commandment number 6.
Make gawa the plural of pangalans like in English or Spanish.
Okay, let's go shopping for the men's.
Okay, just call your driver now. Let's go to Rockwell.
Sure!
Conyo commandment number 7.
Like, when you can make kaya, always use like. Like, I know, right?
OMG, like, I focus so tagal. He's like, oh my gosh, he's like 50 seconds late na.
Conyo commandment number 8. Make yourself feel so galing by translating the last word of your sentence. You know, your pangungusap. Number 9.
Make gamit of plenty abbreviations. You know, daglat,
OMG! Girl, GTG, ano kung nagkapunta ko sa LRT? FYI, there's no traffic sa LRT kaya. Ay, lol.
Make gamit the pinakamaarte voice and pronunciation. You have powerful effect.
Did you pass the exam in the avenue? Oh, so that's all.
There you have it, the 10 Conyo methods. So, more or less, being Conyo really does require the use of both English and Tagalog. And now that we know how they speak, there goes this question.
We went around the campus to look for 25 respondents. Each respondent was asked the question and was told to answer in whatever way or language they wanted.
We should impose race segregation and follow it strictly.
Huwag magkalat.
Flooding, as simple as tree planting.
Some showed great proficiency in answering the question and some did their best. And out of 25 respondents, 20 answered in Tagalog, 4 persons in English, and 1 in both English and Tagalog.
Yes po, like oh my god.
Some respondents were shocked, some said yes, and some said no. And then we asked them our main question, which was shown a while ago. And here are some of their answers.
Way to entertain my friends, of course they laugh at it. But when I speak to someone who speaks to me in straight English, then I speak to her in straight English. And if
Being Conyo wouldn't really affect someone's English proficiency. In fact, there wouldn't be much difference at all as long as they put effort into learning English.
Makaka-affect siya in a good way para sa akin. Kasi hindi lang naman pagiging Conyo, hindi lang naman yan status mo eh. Ano din, makakatulong yon na para i-improve yung grammar mo, yung kung paano ka magsalita, accents mo. Yun, hindi siya status, parang it will serve as a lesson na din. Kung i-take mo siya sa ganung
For
perspective.
further knowledge, we asked for the help of 2 teachers, one for the Filipino language and the other for the English language, to give their opinions for the said topic.
Sir, so first, where do you think did the Conyo language originate?
Sa palagay ko, nagmula ito kasi bahagi ito ng kultura. Kultura na kung saan, ito yung makikita natin na, syempre sa isang tao, meron siyang pinanggalingang lugar. Makikita natin kasi yung Conyo, nagsimula ito sa mga matataas na uri ng kalagayan sa buhay, yung mga nasa upper class. Kaya dun mismo din nagsimula yun, di ba? At makikita natin dun sa komunidad, dun sa lipunang ginagalawan nila, dun mismo nagsimula yun.
Next, so sir, why do you think there are Conyos?
Kasi may kultura. Ang bawat tao ay mayroong sarili-sariling pagkakakilanlan sa pamamagitan ng kultura. At ang kulturang yun ay nakaugat din sa wikang galing ginagamit. Kaya nagkaroon ng Conyos. Ito kasi yung tinatawag nating speech community. May speech community sila. Meron silang pinanggagalingan. Meron silang komunidad.
Sir, so do you think being a Conyo is a good thing?
Sa palagay ko, mabuti sa tao. Mabuti sa tao, pero sa wika, tila baga hindi ito maganda. Kasi nasisira yung yung struktura, yung tinatawag natin structure ng language. Kasi yung Conyos gumagamit sila ng dalawang wika, pinagsasama nila. Mahirap yun. Parang tubig at langis paghahaluin mo. Mahirap yun. At nasisira yung tinatawag natin yung balalida o yung grammar na ginagamit natin sa English at Filipino. Siyempre, hindi naman, iba kasi yung English, iba rin yung Filipino. Meron, malaki yung pagkakaiba nila na akala ng mga tao o yung grupo ng mga tao, yung tinatawag natin sa upper class, akala nila yung Filipino okay lang na paghaluin sa English. Pero iba, yung titingnan natin pag-aaralan natin yung linguistic.
You asked me as an English teacher, and I don't want to believe that in my classroom I want to use I want my students to use two languages for them if they couldn't be able to express themselves. Conyo had not been able to help because it only leads into a confusion to students that they think so they could be able to go on and they were not able to equip themselves with the proper use of Filipino language and with the proper use of English language. So because of the use of this long time ago, they thought that they could be able to use it anywhere. So they stopped developing themselves in familiarizing and acquainting and basically perfecting Filipino.
What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of the existence of the Conyo language?
Advantages. Let's say advantages at that time sounds like cute. It sounds like there's something adorable with a certain person when it all started. But as the days go on, I could not be able to cite anymore the advantages of using the Conyo language. I have the disadvantages that the first one that I was able to mention a while ago is for the students of not being able to equip themselves with the proper knowledge on using the Filipino and English language, all Filipino and all English. Secondly, they did not realize that using such a language was able to lead them into, look at how the kids communicate with people today. Text, Facebook, and a lot more. Take a look at the sentences that they are building, that they are making. There is no proper construction of sentences because of all the factors, and one of them is actually the advent of Conyo language.
Sure. So do you think it really affects the English proficiency of the students, sir?
Sobrang malaki yung tinatawag natin epekto nito. Kasi yung unang-una sa lahat kung paano Kasi pag sinabi natin proficiency, na pumapasok dito yung paano ka magsasalita, paano mo bumuunin yung salita, at kung paano ka nakikipag-ugnayan sa pamamagitan ng salitang yun. Kaya nga kung pagkakaluin mo, mahirap talaga. Kasi yung English, ay tinatawag natin yung consistent yan. Mas lalo sa grammar. Sobrang stricto yan. Pero ang Pilipino napakaluwag ng gramatika, ng badalita. Hindi consistent. So pwedeng yung isang salita nasa unahan, pwede nasa hulihan.
It is. Basically, it is. The more that students are used to using that one, the more that they will be able to forget. Let's face the reality right now. Students nowadays are not able to realize yet that in communicating, they need to use one language and they need to use a very, very simple language for them to be able to be understood by people. They thought that as long as they could be able to let people understand by using, if they could not be able to have the right word to say, they're going to translate it into Tagalog. They're using a Tagalog sentence. Suddenly, they feel like they would like to use a certain English language. And before there was even advent of quote unquote, as in they insert a certain Tagalog or a certain English. So, looking at the very question that it is affecting, my students nowadays, 18 years of staying in the school, my students nowadays could not be able to know how to construct sentences, in even sentences in Filipino. Not just.
What advice can you give to those people who speak the Conyo language?
Ang Conyo language, maganda kasi ito yung isa sa mga sinasabi namin na isang indikasyon na ang wika ay patuloy na dynamic kung nagbabago. Sana yung pagbabagong yun ay makatulong din sa wikang ginagalawan natin. Hindi upang sirain o bumuo ng isang wika na sira. Dapat paundarin natin. Kung gusto nila English. Sige, gumawa sila ng variasyon ng wika. Variasyon ng wika na makakatulong dun sa English sa pagpapaunlad at pagpapayaman ito. Kung Pilipino lang. English.
To sum it up, the Conyo language, or rather, the Conyo socialect, is first and foremost a status symbol. It marks one's place in the status quo. The effect on one's proficiency can have pros and cons depending on how one uses it. If you're a Conyo because you have trouble expressing yourself in just one language, then you're in trouble. Yes, you may be familiar with two languages, but you're a master of neither. On the bright side, the existence of the Conyo socialect is basically proof that people are still thinking of different ideas. The only problem is that these ideas aren't channeled to the right thoughts. If they just think of new ways of improving proficiency in linguistics instead of creating new ones, the English language as well as our language will progress. As time passes, our culture becomes more and more modified. No socialects will surely be made. It is okay to keep up with this, however, just don't forget that these are just trends. It should not kill or have any negative effect on our mother tongue nor our lingua franca. So if you want to speak a certain socialect, then go on. Just remember that your language proficiency depends on you and how you choose to develop it.
So, Conyo Understand?